I'm a PhD.
Aaron, go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Oh, hi. Hello.
How are you? What do you got for me? Why can't modern
I'm
women have it
doing
all?
well. Well, my question was, how much can we have? Like, you said that's what you wanted to hear from, and that was my question exactly.
Well, what do you want?
I like fashion, so I'm not too crazy about like designer stuff, but I would like to be able to dress fashionably and take care of myself and provide trips and vacations for my kids. Um,
Trips and vacations to
so,
where?
um, Florida, like Grand Canyon, overseas every now and then
What do you mean overseas?
as they get older.
What do you mean overseas?
Overseas, I've only been overseas once.
I would say, what do you mean
So,
overseas, man? First of all,
oh,
turn off the YouTube channel and all this stuff. We just need to be talking to me.
can you hear anything? Because nothing's on.
Yeah, but still, you'll be in the chat room. I need you focused on the conversation. So, traveling
Okay.
overseas, where are we talking about?
Um, Africa,
Okay.
Italy,
All right. And
Japan.
were your mother and father married?
They were.
Did you travel to Africa and Italy and Japan as a kid?
No.
All right. So first off, is why? What do you do for a living?
I am a credit analyst.
Did you go to college?
I did.
All right. So do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
No.
How many kids do you want?
2 to 3.
So you're not, and what state are you in?
Virginia.
So what? How much would your husband need to make to afford 3 children in Virginia to be able to travel to Italy, Africa?
Mm, he had to make, I guess, like in the upper six figures, like around 500 to a mil a year.
Okay. And what percentage of men make that?
Well, Kevin, let me tell you, because
No,
I
no, no,
watch your
no, no,
videos,
no,
so
no,
I've
no,
heard
no,
this
no,
spill a
no,
lot.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
That's not
Continue.
what we
All right.
do. What
Okay.
percentage of men make that income?
If I remember correctly, it's definitely less than 10%, like
What
5%.
5% of the men in this country earn half a million or $1 million?
hmm What if we included men over like foreign men? I've never heard that mentioned. I don't know
We only keep
what my.
ma'am. How old are you?
I'm 27.
We keep statistics on we keep statistics on people here.
Okay.
1%.
1%.
So
Well,
by definition, you want a man who is earning in the top 1% of earners. And that's 1%, not adjusted for race, not adjusted for sexual orientation, anything. 1 out of 100 men make that. So do
okay.
you understand
And
why?
I do. Can
Okay,
I make
stop.
some adjustments?
Stop. This is why
Okay.
women can't have it all because you don't know how much everything you want costs.
Well, sir, I do understand that. I
Really?
want to add some context to what I'm asking for and what I'm willing to provide for myself. So, um, I understand you talk about as women's value goes up, the more we make, the less value we get in a man. And I don't know that from personal experience.
Okay,
I'm a
ma'am, get
you know
to
I'm a
it.
student. So so yeah, for myself, in my career, I want to make
Ma'am, you
200.
okay? Okay, due respect, ma'am. You just talked for 45 seconds and didn't say anything.
I
You,
said
you
I want to make 200
but
a
that
year
but here's the thing.
myself.
But
So
hold on, stop. That's fine. But I asked you, do you want to have to work to pay substantial bills after you're pregnant? You said no. So what you want to make in your career is irrelevant after you get pregnant.
well, not for
I what you
the
need
rest
to
of the
know
time that
what
they're
you're not going to
alive.
talk over me. What you want to make it your earning stops after pregnancy.
But it doesn't. It stops
Oh Jesus
temporarily
Christ!
after
That means so.
pregnancy.
Okay, In what world? Okay, and maybe I'm not speaking English. I said, do you want to have to work to pay? Okay, are you still on YouTube?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so I'm
looking.
asking you, do you want to work to pay substantial bills after you're pregnant? You said no.
You didn't give a time period for that.
You want to
You
make okay? Let's just say
more than
let's
12
just say
weeks.
okay, great, ma'am. How about this, ma'am? I can take it any way you want to. You're talking
I,
about a
I'm sorry. It's just it's kind of aggressive energy.
well.
I'm not
I'm
being
sorry.
aggressive
I
on
need you
my
to
end.
understand that this
I'm
is.
trying to
I
answer
need.
your
Well, here's
question.
what you need back. Well, first off, I'm hearing a background in there, so that's why I'm trying to
It's
ask
my
you to.
chair. I'm just moving
No,
around.
no. I mean,
It's
like
nothing.
there's a background, like there's another window open, so I'm hearing myself. So is the only thing that's open is the Zoom?
Hmm.
Do you have it plugged into a speaker or Bluetooth or something?
It's on my computer. I tried to turn it down, so
Okay,
hopefully
so here's
that'll
the
help.
thing. Aggressive, I need you to understand something. It's just direct. What's the longest relationship you've ever had with a guy?
5 years.
And was he one of these top earners?
No, sir.
All
You.
right. Well, just by virtue of the fact that you want a man who's earning less than more than $500,000 a year, ma'am, that's why you can't have it all. Have you ever dated a man making that kind of money?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, not dated.
So
No.
who do you live? Is that who's that?
That's my grandmother.
You live with your grandma?
I do.
All right.
Give me a second. Yeah. I'm looking to. I'm moving out in the next few months, but you didn't ask that. But yeah, I live with my grandma and I live with my mom. But
So
yeah.
there you go.
Well,
No,
I feel like my
no,
answers were.
no, no. I don't know why I talk, you listen. When you talk, I listen. I shouldn't have to mute you. Unmute yourself. And this really shouldn't be that hard. And here's what I'm saying is you ladies like yourself, you want everything. One, you didn't have that lifestyle growing up. Two,
If I could,
oh,
um, I'll be quiet. But I thought this was a conversation, so I'm trying.
see, this is why a lot of women like her, black women, can't get anywhere. They think this is conversation. They think combative and disagreeable is conversation. When a guy's trying to make a point and I say I have points, it's like, well, I'm gonna still cut you the fuck off as conversation. When you unmute yourself. This is why you get aggressive. You get aggressive because I have to get there to get your attention. I
Okay.
let you speak for 45 seconds and you said nothing, ma'am. And here's the net of it. One, you may do whatever you do, and you may say you want to earn $200,000 a year. Is that how much you're earning now?
No,
How much you're earning now?
50.
How are you going to earn $200,000 a year?
I can speak.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Well, the career I want to have makes about 100, mid-level,
What career is
upper
that?
level. Instructional design, organizational psychology.
Oh, psych chick.
Yeah, psych chick.
Hmm. Do you have a degree in psychology? Are you credentialed for that yet?
Yeah, I have 2 degrees in psychology.
But yet you're doing what?
I'm a credit analyst right now.
Why? And how long have you had your psychology degrees?
Second one I've had 2 years.
And the first one?
5.
Any particular reason why you're not working in your field?
Well, I haven't been able to transition. I was doing counseling before I went to school, and Yeah, so after I had graduated, I spent a little more time counseling and just didn't make the jump yet
You
before
spent
COVID.
time in counseling?
Yeah, that was my career before I went back to school and during
No,
and
you
after.
you were in counseling or you were counseling people.
Oh, I was a counselor. Yeah, I was a mental health counselor.
And how much were you earning then?
About 36 a year.
So, from your own life experience with 2 degrees, you were making 36 in your career field. Now
Mm-hmm.
you've increased up to 50
Mm-hmm.
in a field that honestly you didn't have to go to school for.
Right.
What part of Virginia?
I'm in Richmond right now.
Okay, so
It's
in
in the
Richmond, have you ever
mm,
lived on your own? Your own.
no.
Okay, you've never you've never lived on your own, making $50,000, and you say you want a career to make $200,000. Do you know what would it take for you to make? How long would it take for you to get that kind of income?
Through just my career, probably like 10 years.
10 years. 10 years to go from 50 to 200,000. Industrial psychology. Are you sure about that?
Mm. Yeah,
Oh, you
10
really?
years or less
Working for whom?
for a like a Fortune 50 company, like a
Fortune 50. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the name, McKinnon or
Fortune
something like
50.
that.
So, like, you be working in HR, you be working in organizational planning. Where?
It's a consulting. I didn't mean Fortune 50. That's really high reaching, but
Yes, because everything you're saying is okay, ma'am. See, and what I've done is I've let you talk.
mm-hmm.
And I try to avoid this. 27 years old. You live with your grandmother and your mother. Ready? 27 years old. You don't mute yourself. You live with your mother and your grandmother. You made $36,000 up to $50,000. And you want a man who's making a half a million or more so you can have children and travel to Italy and Africa. And this does not sound fanciful to you.
I'd like to note that my original question was how much is possible. I
Not
didn't
for
say what I
you.
want.
Well, see, and you know why it's important?
Mm-hmm.
For you, it's not. And I will tell you directly why it's not. One, your temperament. The man that makes the kind of money that you're talking about does not tend to lend to himself towards women with your temperament.
I have a great temperament.
Of course you do.
Well, I disagree.
Okay, you can disagree all you want to, but these guys are my colleagues and clients, and I know what the kind of women they want. You've never dated. We've already established you've never dated one.
Mm-hmm.
So due respect, man. You may have a great temperament for the guys you kick it with, but the guys you making the kind of money you talking about, that's what I spoke on. Instead of just saying, why is that? You're going to say, no, you're wrong. Of course I am. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What's possible? You have to be what they're looking for. You don't know them, and you don't know what they want. And basically, what you want, what they have. So you may not like it, but that's the reality of it. Now, the guy you were with for 5 years, graduate too.
Yes.
Um, here, this is why this is so troubling. Why do you need this much money?
I don't need it. Nobody needs it. I want it, I guess, for the material possession of it,
But you
but
can't do it on your own.
not that much. No.
Exactly. So you, when I said you would need someone earning that kind of money, you wanted to cut me off and stop the conversation saying, well, no, 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 I'm going to earn money too. And I can earn up to 200,000 and you've never made over 60.
Hmm. It's in the realm of possibility. Definitely, I
Well, it's
believe that.
possible. It's possible you could win the lotto, ma'am. See, what I'm showing to you and to people who come by and watching is a lot of you ladies are either into fantasy land or delusional. What that simply means is you have no earthly idea how much money it takes to support a family with the lifestyle you're talking about. You have no idea what it takes. You have no idea what percentage of men out there earn that kind of money, what their job titles are, what they do. So you damn sure can't know what those men are or what they want from a woman. You're basically talking about Santa Claus, a genie, because at the end of the day, you got 2 degrees. Congratulations on being educated, but you can't even take care of yourself. And a man who's earning that kind of money is looking for a woman who can bring something to the table other than wants and opinions. This is why you cannot have it all. You want the net of it, ma'am. Um, Truthfully, you're asking for more than you offer.
Again, I didn't ask for anything. I just was saying, saying what I wanted and how much is possible. That
What's
was what I
possible is
was.
a regular. What's possible is what you are, a regular guy doing regular stuff. That's what's possible. That's what's possible. You're regular. I mean, you're a cute girl, a cute woman, but you're living a regular life. I mean, so that's what's possible. Relationships are reflective. Your last boyfriend, what did he do for a living?
He was in supply chain management, so
What does that
whatever that
mean?
is. He worked in warehouses, like trucks, trains, and stuff. How to move things.
Yeah, but was he doing physical labor or was he in a white collar?
Um, I think he was still in the lower rung of that. I
He
guess
worked at
warehousing.
UPS.
Well, not well. Yeah,
Yes,
just like a
ma'am.
trucking
That's what I
company.
mean. Regular ass
He
dude.
was doing regular
Regular
stuff.
as
Yeah.
so. Thank you. So you come
Regular.
in here with all this psychology and industrial this Fortune 50, and you're a regular chick with a regular ass dude living with your grandma and asking me what's possible, and then wonder why I get aggressive when I sit there and I try to tell you what it is. But this is all you seem to can hear. So now you're finally starting to hear it, but when I try to say it in a decent way, you want to be combative.
Well, okay. I will take that. Yes,
Yeah. Bye,
ma'am.
dog.
It definitely requires that realism. Personally, you just really brought something home for me this round was really like if you're not going into marriage to have children, what is the point? And I think that a lot of young women, like we come into dating and we're like, so this, I come from a 2-parent household, my father, mother, top earners. That really became kind of the way in which I determined what I wanted, was based
And
on the
how old
fact that
again?
I'm 35.
35. Um,
Definitely in the danger zone because I'm totally not even on the market or looking.
okay. Okay. Hold on. You're not on the market. You're not looking, but you would like to be married?
No, no, I did,
Okay.
but
If you're
I
not
think
on the
I'm.
market and not looking and no children, you just
Mhm.
plan on living the rest of your life.
No, no. I think that what you just showed me is something that I've started employing personally is dating up. So doing the age gap dating, looking at 50-year-old, 60-year-old men. I know that's crazy. But you're right. They do hit that earning potential right at that point.
So if you were to date, are you looking to date somebody who's earning more than you?
I have dated others that are earning more than me.
Okay. I said if you were to date.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a requirement, but you should be self-sufficient. Like you shouldn't be
Okay,
asking me to pay your rent.
but the question becomes, why does a man need to be earning more than you if there are no children involved in the equation?
Oh no, I'm not saying that he has to earn more than me. I think that
He should be
the issue with
self-sufficient for
that,
himself, but
well, no, based on what you just said, like men don't hit their earning potential to 45 to 55. I've dated actually as young as 7 years younger than me.
but
And I've dated
if you're
as
not looking, hold on. But a man should be self-sufficient, sure. But
right.
if you're not dating and you're not looking to date, and when you do start looking to date, you're not looking for children, right?
Just because of everything, the risk.
Okay, but there's still the net, kids. So
Yeah,
it's just you
scarcely.
and him. Then a man's income really should, as long as he can sustain himself, that's all that matters.
I totally agree. I totally
Okay.
agree, Mr. Samuels. I
Okay.
totally believe that.
Just being clear that they're on the same page.
I totally agree. And I totally agree that love is conditional, period. This is a very fickle world. Love is conditional, but my freedom is not. And so
Freedom. What
I
does that
agree that
mean? What is freedom? What does that
that
mean?
I believe that men, especially those men, and that's the reality check that you hit right when you hit the danger zone personally, is that men do have options. And they should not be held hostage
But you said
to
freedom.
this.
Okay, but you said freedom. Your
Right.
freedom.
They deserve the freedom to choose,
Okay,
the
I thought
freedom
you were
to
talking about
have,
your freedom.
well, both of us. I feel that at a certain point as adults, um, you should be free to be with a woman that really drives you sexually mad. Because personally, as a woman, I do not want to lay up with a man for the rest of my life. And his dick it sucks. He has low
Uh,
quality strokes.
Okay,
And I didn't mean to
hold on.
go like that vulgar,
Well,
but
hold on.
you
Wait,
know,
oh, no, no, hold on. Now it's starting to kind of, because I'm trying to understand what is, if you're not on the dating market, you're not looking to get on the dating market, you don't have any kids, and in the future, if you think you're going to date a man in his 50s and the sex game is going to be incredible, that's not a,
no, it's
okay.
not.
What purpose would a man serve for you in your life?
Personally,
Yes.
I've just been at a point in my growth and development where I am looking for a man that I feel truly comfortable fully submitting to, in the sense that I I am looking for someone to lead and give the
Lead
answers,
how?
know the answers,
Okay, get
be
lead
able
how?
to
Lead how?
lead in the sense of I believe as in an equally yoked household that God is the center of the covenant, the marriage covenant. And so personally, because I know that
You
my
broke up. Hold
husband,
on, hold
my
on.
male
You
life,
broke up. Hold on. You broke up.
yeah,
You
I
sing
have
a lot.
terrible stuff.
You're saying a lot of things, and I don't. They're not. They make sense to you, but I don't know you, and I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. You say one minute you want him to have great sex, then in another breath you're saying you want him to. He needs to be able to lead so you can submit. Lead how?
In the sense of a submission, in the sense of the true biblical sense of submission. And I think that a lot of the things that we understand about is very kind of convoluted in this worldly thing. And there's a true purpose for being yoked or connected to a person who is on the same path and pursuit as you.
Okay,
And I believe
so
that
if you were to
men,
get married, is if okay. would your pastor help you in the search for your husband? Is this Christian
No, it's
ethic?
not. Although I've kind of tussled the idea of being in an arranged marriage at this point, but no, that's not the level I'm looking for from my pastor.
Okay.
But I do
So
think that men at this
so you sound like a woman who is pretty headstrong and has a lot of opinions, which is fine. But where is a man going to come in? Have you ever had a man that you submitted to?
my no.
Okay, thank you. A man's supposed to submit to God. You're supposed to submit to God in the man. A man is not supposed to handle you or break you.
Exactly.
But if you start off asking me about Christianity and Christ, have you been with men before? And but how can you be with men and never have submitted to a man?
And that's really where I have that. It's just like I said, it's the last 10 years of dating men. And really I had access to a high value man who definitely checked me early on. And let me know like, hey, these are areas that you would probably need to adjust to really attract the level of man that you're looking for.
Okay. Have you adjusted those areas?
I believe the headstrong thing is a big issue for some.
Okay, ma'am, because even this conversation, because I'm trying to be polite, ma'am, but I'm gonna be honest. What I'm getting from you is, you like your point of view more than you like a man. And that's fine, but no man, especially a man who's a leader or worth his salt, is going to sit back and debate you into existence. Men want peace.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because the man,
okay.
He wouldn't.
Okay, you've been talking. Let me talk. That's what I mean. If you understand these things and Christ is supposed to be Christ-centered, you submit to Christ and him, and that's the first thing to control is your tongue.
Exactly. And no man has been a Christ-centered man because you don't submit to any man that is not God.
Well, hold on.
Period.
Now that's your, then why
That's
are you?
period.
Okay, no. See, no man is perfect. Just say no man is Christ-centered.
But it's not about that.
See, I can control your tongue. And now we're getting to the bullshit.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube videos. And before we proceed, let's give respect to the fallen legend Papa Kevin Samuels for his good work he did to the Black society, and may his legacy stay forever. May his name stay forever, because he has more amazing videos, amazing work that will help you to navigate your way around men and women and to push yourself as a person. So they can help you basically to advise one another. Or here in these videos, we talk about marriage, feminism, divorce, single motherhood, single fatherhood, and other stuff related to the relationship and marriage issues. First of all, today we are going to look at this confused lady. She comes with a title, I'm a PhD. And Mr. Kevin said, so what if you're PhD? First of all, there is a way you find out this. Some ladies think studying so much, you have to be a man, forgetting that a man will always remain a man, however broke or however he looks, he will always remain a man. So you come with the title, I'm a PhD, so I have to get a high value man and a class man. Who tells you that? Because if you like she says, she's a PhD person, is the PhD going to cook? Is the PhD going to respect the man? Is the PhD going to do what to the man? Because marriage and PhD are different things. Because if you have that PhD and you're not respecting your man, that marriage won't last. And if you take all your pridiness because you have you have a PhD, then you take all that madness of yours in marriage, then you're fake. Because men your man is expecting you to do your wife duties. The PhD are not going to do that. That is something additional. So in marriage and related stuff, you can't tell me because you're a PhD, even when you're single mother of 2 or 1, they are going to respect you because you have that PhD. My dear, it doesn't work. It works in a commercial, in everything. It works like job part, but a home, marriage is marriage. You have to take care of your husband, you have to care for him and your kids, you have to respect him, you have to do home duties like those who even don't have a PhD. So what will help you to get those highly value men, yet you feel yourself? Proudness will take you nowhere, because your PhD is not going anywhere in the marriage, and doesn't mean you'll get any man you want because you think you made it all. And I've come to my notice that most ladies who have made money think that men should be below them. They should be the highest top builder of the home, not forgetting, however much your man is broke, he will still remain the head of the family and the man. If you can't respect him, period, you're gone, and the marriage won't even last, not even a year, because you're failed as a person to respect the man or the baby daddy who will be the baby daddy to your kids, because you think you made it. Because there are some ladies, they be like, I have my money, so I have my house, I have my car, I have my everything. I want to get married to someone, but I cannot leave my home to go to someone's home. That person should come here because that person got me with everything. My dear, it doesn't work out in marriage like that. If you can't coordinate with your partner, if you can't lower your pride as a lady, most especially as ladies, you have to lower our pride. Then you be like, yeah, this is my man, this is someone I have to live with, So I think that is it today. Allow me to wish you a blessed day. And to all my commenters, love you all. To those who watch my videos, may God bless you so much abundantly as we keep on following for more videos, because they will help you how to navigate yourself around men and women and to bring out yourself as a person. Bye-bye.